So, Melrose Place, the original series, is making a comeback. While plenty of fans are excited, I've got to say, I don't think it's a good idea. Why would you reboot an old show knowing that most reboots got canceled quickly?
Shut up. Just shut up and listen to me.
An iconic show. Melrose Place, the brainchild of Darren Star, graced television screens from 1992 to 1999, carving a niche as one of the most iconic soap operas of its time. Born as a spin-off from the immensely popular Beverly Hills 90210, the series delved into the intertwined lives of young adults inhabiting a vibrant West Hollywood apartment complex. Despite its promising premise, Melrose Place faced early struggles in captivating audiences when it premiered in 1992. However, the addition of Heather Locklear's character, Amanda Woodward, a dynamic and fiery ad executive, injected new life into the series. Alongside Locklear, Laura Leighton and Marcia Cross played pivotal roles in steering the show toward success. Yet, behind the glitz and glamour of the show's on-screen drama, tumult brewed behind the scenes. The departure of Vanessa A. Williams, the only black actress in the cast, stirred controversy, shining a spotlight on issues of representation and casting decisions.
I think they didn't make the effort to equip themselves to write for a black character, either by hiring a black writer or asking me things. Then, the whole face of the show changed, no pun intended, to Aaron Spelling's soap opera formula. They raised the stakes in terms of the sexual content, so who was going to jump in bed with a black girl and not raise a hair in Middle America?
Despite these challenges, Melrose Place solidified its status as a quintessential 90s soap opera, captivating audiences with its addictive storylines, chic fashion, intense conflicts, and portrayal of social issues. The series even became a requested indulgence for jurors during the O.J. Simpson trial, underscoring its cultural impact. Beyond its surface drama, Melrose Place harbored a clandestine layer of artistic intervention. In the mid-1990s, an art collective led by concept artist Mel Chin infiltrated the show, covertly embedding over 200 art objects into its episodes. This project, known as In the Name of the Place, aimed not only to entertain but also to provoke thought and challenge societal norms. The artworks ranged from subtle nods to overt political statements, woven seamlessly into the fabric of the show. For instance, a quilt draped over a character featured the chemical structure of RU-486, the so-called abortion pill, subtly addressing reproductive rights, an issue rarely openly discussed on television at the time. Other pieces were more overt, such as a parody poster of Absolute vodka ads, featuring a vodka bottle superimposed over the wreckage of the Oklahoma City bombing, titled Total Proof. In one scene, Kimberly holds a Chinese takeout box, which has written on it, in Chinese characters, the words human rights and turmoil and chaos, a nod to the different interpretations among the West and China of the Tiananmen Square protests. Additionally, the art collective crafted props and set dressing with intricate details, such as sheets adorned with unrolled condoms, symbolizing the ongoing AIDS crisis. These subtle yet powerful references added layers of meaning to the show's narrative, inviting viewers to engage with social and political issues in unexpected ways. Through its blend of compelling drama and covert artistic intervention, Melrose Place left an indelible mark on television history, serving as a testament to the enduring power of the soap opera genre and the potential for art to challenge, provoke, and inspire. Why reboot? Let's address the elephant in the room. Rebooting a classic is no small feat. The shadow of the original show looms large, especially when that show, like Melrose Place, was a cultural phenomenon. It's a relic of a bygone era, a time when television boasted full seasons with 22 episodes, sprawling casts, and plot lines that could veer in any direction. Love it or loathe it, Melrose Place was known for its over-the-top drama, unexpected twists, and multitude of storylines.
No!
The notion of resurrecting a show a quarter century after its original run may seem intriguing, but it can't shake the feeling of déjà vu. The CW attempted a spin-off in 2008, cleverly named Melrose Place, which had its merits. It captured the late 2000s fashion and LA culture, and some storylines had promise. However, the reboot failed to honor the legacy of the original. It axed familiar characters abruptly, shoehorned in recycled tropes, and even had the audacity to pit the new cast against the old.
Man, I got too much money on this game, dog. Too much money on this game. Man.
It was a misstep, a failed attempt to recapture lightning in a bottle. Let's be blunt, Melrose Place is a true classic, but its time has passed. Die-hard fans have moved on, and while many reunions may spark nostalgia, they're fleeting. Attempting to capitalize on a brand that's been dormant for decades reeks of desperation.
So has anyone seen the Queen of Publicity?
Isn't this nice? A little mini reunion in the courtyard. Let's do it again in 10 years, shall we?
Trying to recreate or surpass the original is both presumptuous and insincere, as evidenced by lackluster reboots like Saved by the Bell and Beverly Hills 90210. These attempts lack the charm and authenticity of the originals, feeling forced in their attempts to appeal to a new audience. Consider, and just like that, a lackluster continuation of Sex and the City that falls flat in its attempt to inject woke themes and diverse characters. It feels contrived and hollow, lacking the soul of the original. Now, if by some miracle this reboot does happen, here's some advice for the producers and directors. Stay true to the essence of the show.
Stay true to the essence of the show.
Stay true to the essence of the show.
Melrose Place was a soap opera that never took itself too seriously. It doesn't need to be woke all the time or try to be something it's not. Embrace diversity, but don't tokenize characters or turn the show into a performative feminist production. Focus on the original characters and their development. New characters should complement, not overshadow, the originals. Explore their relationships, careers, and how they navigate life decades later. And for the love of all that's holy, don't emulate the disaster that was BH 90210. Melrose Place fans deserve better than a poorly executed reunion that makes the cast look like desperate has-beens. In short, if this reboot is to have any chance of success, it must tread carefully, honoring the legacy of the original while forging its own path forward. Anything less would be a disservice to fans and the iconic show itself. Conclusion: the truth is, I'd love to see Leighton, Daphne Zuniga, and Heather Locklear grace our screens again, but let's face it, they belong to a demographic shamefully overlooked by TV producers. Once women hit 50 in Hollywood, they seem to disappear, highlighting deep-seated misogyny in the industry. We need to do better. How about creating a brand new show centered around these talented ladies? It's high time they got the recognition they deserve.